when I was first getting my pictures done professionally to be able to put on the website that I created, the photographer, when she brought the pictures back, she goes, look, I had to touch them up a little bit, or I had to Photoshop them. She said, you got a lot of wrinkles going on, so I wanted to take the edge off a little bit, give your teeth just a little bit of whitening on there. She goes, look, don't take it personal. Everybody does it. And I'm guessing they just thought that this needed a little bit of help so it wasn't as scary. And when I looked at the pictures, it was really hard to tell that it actually had done it. But that was my first bump up against Photoshopping. At least I thought. As I sat there and I thought about Photoshopping, I think it's happening a whole lot more than what the photographer was telling me. And I'm not just talking the pictures that we see out there on business cards from professionals or real estate agents that might have been done 20, 30 years ago, or a little Photoshopping, or the Kardashians of the world who are doing a little bit of Photoshopping. I'm talking about the everyday regular Joe like you and I. I'm talking about business owners, businesses, employees, managers. I'm talking all of us. I think all of us are doing a little bit of Photoshopping, and some to a great extent. Let me give you some examples. Last 30 years, I've interviewed thousands and thousands of people. I would have to say that a lot of resumes across my desk are Photoshopped. I'm basing that on their actions. I can look at a resume and most of them look good. I've rarely seen a really poor resume. Most of them have made that employee or the person looking for a job look really, really spectacular. But rarely have I found the person live up to the resume. Meaning, all the words that they put, the advertisement about themselves, what they say about themselves, rarely matches the experience of themselves. I call that Photoshopping. Businesses do it this way. They hire advertising agencies or people like me to put a message together for them. And they give us the information for the message and they put it out on the air and they say spectacular things like, we're going to exceed all of your expectations. We are known for our customer service. We are world class. We're going to take care of you. But yet when customers come, they don't see that. They don't feel that. They don't experience that. So their message was Photoshopped, meaning they said all of these grand and wonderful things, but when people come, they don't notice those things. So their expectations are off because that business Photoshopped its ad because it was easier to say it than it actually was to do it. And I believe this is happening quite a bit. I believe our words that we're saying and the way we describe ourselves sometimes, or maybe a lot of times, don't match the experience, our actions and our attitudes that people are seeing around us or feeling around us. And I want to give you a word of caution about Photoshopping. I think Photoshopping, if you want to take the edge off some things on a picture, I don't see too much of a problem with that as long as it still looks like you and you didn't take off 30 years. But I have a problem when we come into a business or we're telling our customers or clients or we're advertising something and it really isn't so. Because it's so much easier to promote it, to say it, than it is to do it, to follow through with it. That's Photoshopping. And that can be a huge disappointment. It's really easy to sit there and go through a job interview because you pretty much know what everybody's looking for and what they're going to ask. And you Photoshop your responses. But then 2 to 3 weeks later, 2 to 3 months later, all of a sudden, it's a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde experience. We don't get the same person that was on the resume. Where did that person go? If you want to find balance and success in your life, don't Photoshop. Make sure your words are congruent with your actions and your attitude, that they equal, that when people taste and see you, they see the real deal, that what you say matches what you do. My name is Ed Carcarey, and I'd love to connect with you at edcarcarey.com. Find your passion, you'll find your life.